And you're about to find out how this AdWords secret agent quietly rips down 6 figures a month and stuffs his websites with 50,000 visitors a day. And he's going to show you exactly how he does it. And that secret agent is none other than Michael Jones. If you're not right now making over $108,000 a month from AdWords, then this is very likely going to be the most important video you ever see. I want you to ask yourself a question right now. Which of the following is the most important part of your business? A, high converting sales page. B, a high quality follow-up sales process. Right? Do we got to get them in the funnel and then make sure that we squeeze everything out? Is that the most important thing? Or C, reliable sources of targeted traffic. You got any idea? Well, I hope you said C, traffic. Because traffic is the #1 most essential ingredient in your business. Hands down, nothing else compares. It's probably, right now, the thing that's holding you back from being a success. And if you're honest with yourself, I think you'll agree with that, right? Listen, even the best sales letter in the world, it can't convert without getting traffic. And if you can't convert, then your follow-up sales process, it doesn't matter. It's pointless, completely useless. And that's why it all starts right here with traffic. That's the most important part of your business. The thing is, with most internet marketers, they never really, stop and sit down and think about traffic. Most of them never even consider that their lack of traffic is the one thing that's really holding them back. And even if they did think about it, they wouldn't, really know what to do about it. But you know what I'm going to do in this video? I'm going to show you how I conquered all my traffic problems. And now I'm getting over 50,000 visitors every day. But the first thing I want to do is ask you a very simple question. Do you have a proven traffic strategy? In other words, do you know exactly what to do with every new site or every project that you put up so that it gets the amount of visitors that it needs to make money? And that's the bottom line, folks. I'm going to give you some free advice here. If you don't have a reliable traffic strategy, okay, we're talking about sitting down and planning things out, then you're not going to make it. You're going to struggle as an internet marketer, and it's a fact. And the sad truth is most marketers fail to make any money at all. And it's usually this very problem. They can't get long-term traffic. And I'm not just talking to you, from some hypothetical tower made out of ivory. Okay, I'm talking to you because I used to be one of those struggling internet marketers. I'm the guy that would just throw up a new site and then sit and wait for visitors. I didn't know. I'd just, check my stats every 10 minutes. And I was just waiting to see, okay, you put it up there, people are going to come, right? Well, after a few days, I'd realize that the traffic wasn't going to happen on its own. What would I do? I'd start again. I'd spend, days, hours building a new site because I figured, well, maybe something's wrong with the site, something's wrong with my product. Otherwise, people would just come. I'd go through the whole thing. I'd check the stats again on the new site. Nothing would happen. So I'd get back and I'd, build another site. The whole thing would start over. It was an endless loop that never got me anywhere. And I'm sure that, if you've probably gotten yourself in that same situation. You've caught yourself doing a vicious cycle. And if you have, then you know how frustrating that can be, right? It drives you crazy. You spend hours, you spend days, weeks, or even months putting together this killer website. And it's like, oh, this is going to be like the thing that makes me rich. I'm going to retire off of this thing, right? You even go to the expense of hiring amazing graphics designers, getting something. I mean, you're putting in a real investment here, right? You slave away for hours making that HTML work right, making it work in all the browsers. And I mean, trust me, I know all about that. And then you get it. Finally, you're set. You put it online. And then what happens? Nothing. Nada. You get no fanfare, no traffic, no stampede of visitors, and certainly no profit. All you hear is what? Listen, you can hear it right now. It's the silence of the whole world totally ignoring your website. That's what it is. Now listen, that can be totally frustrating. It only takes a few situations like that where you just feel like throwing your hands up. Forget it. Forget the whole thing. How are all these big dogs making millions of bucks and they get thousands of visitors every single day? And you can't even get 5 visitors a day, right? Let me tell you, for a long time, I didn't believe a single word of it. All the gurus, all the successful marketers you see, I thought it was all a load of malarkey. I couldn't get anything to work. So why in the world would I believe that they were able to do it, right? I mean, I had some success with eBay and a few other bits and pieces of some dabbling here and there. But the whole traffic thing was totally beating me up every single time. But guess what? It got even worse. Expensively worse. And you're going to know what I'm talking about if you have ever discovered AdWords for yourself. When I discovered AdWords, it was kind of like being mugged, only it was a lot more expensive. I discovered AdWords, and, that's not a bad thing in and of itself, but I believed all the hype. I thought, I'm going to pay 2 or 3 cents a click, I'm going to get all the traffic that I want, and everything's going to be easy, it's a piece of cake, it's a walk in the park. Well, it all started out okay. I kept my bids low, I kept my budget low, just like all the books say, right? And I got a few clicks on my ads. Great. But guess what? No sales. I was hopeful, though. I didn't give up right then, right? And if you've used AdWords, you know what happened next, right? Smooth sailing. I thought everything was okay. I'm just gonna, tweak the system a little bit. But guess what? It got real expensive real quick. My ads, boom, they soared. Crazy. Ad prices going all over the place. Way, way